Hey guys, sorry about super crazy hair. I literally just woke up and saw this news story and kind of wanted to talk about it. You guys seem to like when I talk about news stories. You seem to like it when I talked about it for Fallout 4, and a lot of people have been requesting that I talk about some of the news that's coming out for Mass Effect Andromeda. If there's a game that I'm hyped for and there's news that comes out that I want to talk about, from now on, I think I'm just gonna do a vlog about it, giving my opinion. The bit of news that came out about Mass Effect Andromeda today is that it has now been delayed. It was supposed to come out late this year, around holidays season this year of 2016, and now it has been moved back and delayed into quarter one of 2017. And so a lot of people are actually pretty upset about this, but I want to tell you guys that you shouldn't be upset and you should actually be pretty damn happy. Um, Sorry about my stomach, it's going crazy. I haven't had a chance to eat breakfast yet, but this is actually a really, really good thing. The reason for that is Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 1, fantastic game. It was not the biggest budget game ever. It was the a first game, so they didn't dump a ton of resources into it or anything like that. Mass Effect One did really well though, and had a very large following. A lot of people love the universe and they love the characters. And then Mass Effect 2 came out with quite a bigger budget, and everybody loved Mass Effect 2. Like, Mass Effect 2 is widely considered, in the top 10, top 5 best games ever made. Everybody loved Mass Effect 2. And then when Mass Effect 3 came out, everybody loved Mass Effect 3 up to like the last hour of the game where the game fell apart. And the ending just wasn't very good. Later, they tried to remedy that with the extended cut DLC, which basically fleshed out the endings a bit more. But the endings still weren't good. The extended cut was kind of just working on something that wasn't very good to begin with. So the reason, though, that the ending for Mass Effect 3 was bad is what happened is they were getting close to the release date, and BioWare, kind of got in contact with EA, and they're like, hey, we're not going to have this game done by then. We need a bit more money, and we would like to push it back. And EA said no. EA wouldn't let them push it back. They said, no, we gave you this date. We gave you your funds. You need to have the game done by then. And so that kind of restricted BioWare's ability to give us the ending that they wanted, which is why the ending of the game, it seems so rushed and out of nowhere, because EA wouldn't give them the money. They basically cut off the funds for them to work on the ending. So they didn't have a lot to do for the ending, and they didn't have hardly any time. So no money, no time, and that's how we got the Mass Effect 3 ending that we did. And so the fact that this is being delayed is very, very good. What that means is EA noticed their mistake in Mass Effect 3. They noticed, yeah, there was a backlash over the ending. There was a huge backlash. People hated it. And we had to end up like bringing in all these voice actors again when we did the extended cut DLC. So, and that had to be a free DLC, which I'm sure EA didn't like. And so they're like, all right, we just need to. If BioWare's not ready, we need to trust in them. They did really, really well with Dragon Age Inquisition. So we need to trust in them. We need to give them the money that they need, and we need to let them, develop this game at the rate that they want to. And so this delay is actually a really good thing. Sure, it's sad that, we're not going to be able to get our Mass Effect Andromeda for Christmas and travel the galaxy again and stuff like that. Sure, it's sad, but I would rather wait indefinitely longer for a Mass Effect game. I mean, I've already been waiting years. So I don't care if it's pushed back a few months. I would rather wait for this game to be the game that it should be. This game needs to be good. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. This game needs to be good. It needs to be probably better than good. It needs to be great. It needs to be what Mass Effect 1 was, which is this rich universe with a very rich story. It sets up future games of the series. It needs to introduce us to some great characters. I'm sure there will be some returning characters from Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. You know, I'm sure you'll see a Garrus or a Tali or something like that. Maybe Garrus will be in charge of the army, or you'll see Liara doing something. I'm not sure really the date setting. I'm not following too much of the storyline for Mass Effect Andromeda just because I don't want anything spoiled. So I'm not sure if it takes place after Mass Effect 3 or before Mass Effect 3. I'm not 100% sure on that. I always thought it would be really cool to have a Mass Effect game on, like, during the Morning War, which is basically where humans first encountered aliens, and it's kind of a fight between humans and Turians. I always thought that would be a really interesting Mass Effect game. So I haven't been following the storyline of Mass Effect Andromeda too much, but getting a bit on it off on a tangent, I just wanted to say that I would rather wait, however many months is required for BioWare to finally feel like, yes, this game is finished. This game is fantastic. You know, it holds up to Mass Effect 1 and 2. And 3. 3 is still a fantastic game until, like, the last hour. Like, Mass Effect 3 is probably one of the best Mass Effect games up to the last hour or so. Then it falls apart. But everything up to that is really, really good. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. And in the future, if there's news on Mass Effect Andromeda or there's news on other games that I'm excited for, then I will talk about. A lot of people wanted me to talk about the Fallout DLC, so I might still talk about that. The writer leaving, the lead writer leaving for Mass Effect Andromeda, people wanted me to talk about. My quick opinions on that is I don't really think it's worth making a video on, just because Mass Effect Andromeda, the storyline is all already finished. So Mass Effect Andromeda isn't impacted whatsoever about the lead writer leaving. All that's impact is the future Mass Effect games. So I am really just concentrating on Andromeda right now, and I'm not concentrating on Andromeda 2 or whatever, which is what is going to be impacted by him leaving. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what your opinions are on the delay, if you would rather them just throw it out and get it out to us as soon as possible, or if you would rather have them, take their time and craft a masterpiece like Mass Effect should be, in my opinion. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!